Mark Stringer from a company called Ahoy. We're a full service agency that specialises in branding and digital. I think in one word, results. A lot of the brands that we've done work for have seen improvements, whether that's sales, whether that's analytical data in terms of improvements that we've seen on the website. It could be just reaching certain KPIs. Whatever we seem to touch turns to gold for some reason. I'm obviously picking the right people for the right job. Why did I take my brew? Very specifically, I like it with a lot of milk and half a sugar. I keep referencing this one a lot, but I think the one I really appreciate is seeing one of the brands do well. So Barbarito, which I was involved with from the very start, when it was just two kind of ideas or two dreams bouncing about in two entrepreneurs' heads, and seeing that go from something that's on paper to something that's now 6 million turnover. They've got 9 units now, looking to go for a full 18, seeing them break the Northwest, and then obviously looking to break into London now. 2 guys behind it have been fantastic, and I think the guys that they brought on board with Richard and a few of the guys, it's been a real success story for Manchester. The first one I recommend is sometimes it's really good to get the key things right in your business. There's a company called HR Department, there's a lady called Jill who works for them, and she's been absolutely fantastic. Anything we've needed on that side of things, I know any small business will tell you HR is an absolute headache, and she's been an absolute godsend. 4th day, we've started working with them very closely. They rent some desk space at our studio. 4th day in terms of PR been brilliant. They were based down in London and in Paris, but they've moved up thankfully to Manchester, and they've been brilliant for us, and we've introduced them to a few clients, and they've done equally as well for them as well. So yeah, Nikki at 4th day, brilliant. Another company that we've been working with that I've seen do great things is Ear to the Ground. They specialise in brand engagement, specifically in music and sport. And some of the stuff they've been doing, some of the brands they're working with is just absolutely superb. I've been lucky enough to work with Simon Rogan, who is an amazing chef. We worked on all the branding for the French restaurant, which is located at the Midland Hotel. The food he cooks is just up another notch from anything especially in Manchester. I think we have got some okay bars and restaurants in Manchester, but the food is just on another level. They're on a quest to try and get a Michelin star back at the French, and I think they'll do it. I think the BBC are filming a documentary at the moment, sort of all around that, chasing that sort of that Michelin star. So hopefully let's hope they do it for Manchester. Another influential person would be Oliver Cookson. Seeing what he did with My Protein, and just someone that works hard, really knows his stuff. He then went on to sell it to the Hook Group. It's again, if you're looking at entrepreneurs, influential people, he's got to be up there. His knowledge of his products and digital and how to run things is absolutely superb. Michael Migraine deserves a mention. He's done so much with the Midland Hotel. I mean, I've seen, since we got involved at the start and helping them with the marketing, he's an absolutely fantastic leader. He's very thorough, but he instills a lot of confidence in his staff. He was part of the kind of the charge to get Simon Rogan to the Midland. There's another development which is Mr. Cooper's Home and Garden, which we're working on. And again, it's a huge bar. The fit out, they've spared no money whatsoever. It's going to be amazing once it's finished, and it's going to be, again, a bar that Manchester can be proud of. Chris Marsh has got to come to mind. He's the kind of infamous networker. I used to wonder how he actually got any work. All the networking he does, he's so nice, he never wants to talk about Melbourne hosting. However, it comes full circle, and we've been up to see Melbourne hosting. The setup they've got there is great. The standard of the service that they provide is fantastic. and we're seriously considering moving over to them actually. So it's quite a poignant subject. I was lucky enough to work on a project with Kevin Keegan, and it's one of the things where you see people, famous sports people, and you think, are they going to be nice in person? And luckily enough, he didn't kind of break any of my dreams. He was a really nice guy. He's got a fantastic product as well. He's got this interactive football game called Soccer, S-O-K-K-A. We've been down there, played it, we've seen kids playing it. If you're a charity and you are looking for something to engage people with, and you're looking for something involved in football, it's an absolutely perfect product. Really fun thing to play. It'd be good to mention Neil Mara from Creative Spark. Might seem very unusual for me to mention a competitor, but they've been going for 10 years now, and some of the work they produced is absolutely brilliant. I've actually spent a lot of time with Neil as well, kind of sharing ideas and going through sort of key issues that you have in business, and I'd recommend anyone who is in a certain sector, find someone who's not kind of a competitive competitor, someone you can share things with, and if you just share the burden of the things that you sometimes think you're doing wrong, you'll sometimes find out that a lot of other people are doing the same thing. So try and find someone who you can confide in a little bit and kind of share things with, and it'll improve your business confidence, I'd say. Have a bit of charm. Even if you're in business to business, it's all about people. Be nice to people, and kind of be genuinely interested in what people are trying to do in business. We're all people. We're all trying to sort of earn a living. We've all got kind of dreams in terms of what we're trying to do with our business. Just be nice and be charming with people. I'd say the second thing is network. It's difficult. I think you can sometimes get engrossed in your own business. You can sometimes forget to do the networking, or you can maybe do networking that's not particularly high profile enough or good enough. So if you go into those little small business networking things and meeting people that you probably don't want to meet, it's not about stopping networking, it's about changing the networking that you're doing. The other thing to do is SWOT up, read as much as you possibly can on your industry and your customer's industry. Always know more than you should know. If you can do that and be very kind of modest with it, it's a brilliant thing. You can always then look to help out customers or members of your staff. So spend a lot of time kind of reading up and know more than you should know. I'd be biased in saying this, I suppose, but again, Simon Rogan, French, it's absolutely superb. The food is nothing like what you'll have in Manchester. Go there and try it, and I believe there's a bit of a waiting list at the minute. It's becoming like the Ivy of Manchester, but top-notch stuff. Can't say more about it. Probably a good tip for people in my industry, whether you're working in an agency or whether you're a director of an agency or you want to kind of maybe target agencies. Northern Digital's is a really good one. It's kind of usually set in and around the Northern Quarter. It's usually on a Thursday night, and they also do a thing called Blab, where they invite people to get up and talk about the industry and case studies and things like that. Absolutely really well organised and a very good networking event.
Hi, I'm Matt Aguilera from Huddled. I'm the one usually behind the camera, but if you want to be the first to get Huddled interviews, just click the subscribe button now. Or if you want to come and see me, which I know isn't much of a prize, and get a Huddled interview, just email matt.aguilera@onlineventuresgroup.co.uk.